Now, before we started recording this podcast, we were talking a little bit about what really got your company to grow was your trust in the fans. Going to the fans, and they're the ones that are naming these products. Yep. They're the ones that are picking what they like. Talk a little bit more about that and how that looks for your company.
It's very important to us to get every fan involved. So the mass awareness, liquid to lips is something that we really focus on, and we need to get the liquid into their mouth and into their friend's mouth. So for us, fan engagement is where we focus on that. We want our fans to feel like they can talk to us, that we're there for them, that we're, it's a very community driven style that we use. Yeah. So like Coyote, for instance, when me and Brody were doing lives together, our fans named it Coyote. Okay. We meet Johnny on TikTok, and Johnny has a problem with all the Western whiskeys that put cowboys on the front of their bottles and are from Kentucky and Canada and everywhere but out west. Right. And, those little stories come out, and then we get with our fans and we say, should we do this? What would it be? What would it look like? Yeah. And then they start weighing in, and we get their real opinions before we move forward on anything. Okay. So, and it has worked.
All of these were picked up, like all the names were picked out by fans?
The only three that were not was Raspberry Shineade, Shineberry Sweet Tea, and Arnold Shine. Okay. So those were our original ones, and obviously that had to happen before we even had a fan base. Yeah. So those three were not consulted on, but everything else was. Like Granny Jane's Pumpkin Bread. Granny Jane, she's a real lady. She lives in Hudsonville, Michigan.
For those of you watching on YouTube.
She this is really made after her pumpkin bread. It tastes like her pumpkin bread, and she no longer uses water in her pumpkin bread. She uses Granny Jane's pumpkin bread. So
I love it. That's some good bread.
So it's very important to us that bottle has that story.
Very nice.
I mean, it's not just like, oh, we made pumpkin bread. Like, here you go. No, it has a story.
And who was Granny Jane to you?
She's actually my stepmom.
Your stepmom?
Yeah, she's actually my stepmom.
So you got stepmom to help you guys out.
Yeah, absolutely.
And now you guys are helping her out.
Yeah, she loves it. The first time she got to see that on the shelf, she was just,
Yeah, my bread's in a bottle.
What's funny about this one is we were actually on the TikTok live at Granny Jane's house, and we were talking about this particular this bottle, and she walked right up into there and she goes, "I bet you won't name it after me." And then there was like the comments just went berserk. Yeah. And I was like, bet I will. And then we all came up with Granny Jane's Pumpkin Bread. Yeah. It was like, we went through a couple of different renditions of like, what should you call it? Right. And at the end of that live, it was Granny Jane's Pumpkin Bread.